what is still left for me to do is to go through my special shades from Tami Tanuka, my Glam shop, and a few Iridescent eyeshadows, or highlighters, I guess, that I'm gonna start with first. These are just the ones that have special shifts and things like that. They look all white to you, but they have so many different undertones. I hope I'm gonna be able to show you. A few are from Divina Cosmetics, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are originally highlighters. And I'm gonna tell you the names. So this one, for example, is Iridescent, which is a blue shifting highlighter. This guy is Cosma, which shifts from green to yellow, let's say. It's gorgeous. We have this Marina. These magnets are super strong, which shifts more what, pink, I guess. And then there is Nixie, which shifts more blue and like a cooler blue. These are pretty gorgeous and special, and I've kept them this whole time and used them so little. Plus, these are all shadows that I made myself, pressing highlights from TKB trading, and I haven't used them in such a long time. I don't really use colorful highlights anymore, and sometimes I do want to keep them for it, but they're also not like super fun or like super special and sparkly. They're quite smooth formulas, and yeah, I don't know that I want to keep all of them. Like that blue, when am I ever gonna use that blue? But then it's also very unique. This is, I think, a pink, or like more of a purple. This green is one of those that I use the most, I think. But it looks quite similar to the second one from Divina Cosmetics, doesn't it? And this guy right here, which is an orange. And to be honest, I kind of want to get rid of all of them. They're so pretty, but I really don't use them. Let me keep the Divina Cosmetics ones and get rid of everything else in this big palette. Here I have pressed. I had pressed some glitters, but I guess they're not pressed anymore. And these are instead from Navi Cosmetics, and they are super sparkly and special. But clearly my pressing did not go very well. Also, this magnet is way too strong. I had moved away from these palettes for a reason. I kind of don't know what to do with it, so I'm gonna ignore it. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at these guys instead. These are more mixes that I made, from the These are the previous ones were from the highlights collection from TKB. These are the travel. So this one is Travel to Mars, for example, and has a more of a red shift. This one is Travel to Jupiter. Ah, this is so beautiful. See, these ones, this one I want to keep. Travel to Mars doesn't seem that special to me right now. Not as shiny, not as shifty, so I'll get rid of that one. Then there's, this one is a mix I made, experiment number 18. I probably was trying to get some interesting undertones. This one is more blue, whereas the other one's more aqua. This one is number 4. And this one doesn't really interest me too much, so that will go. This one is experiment number 17. And this one is a little bit more marine blue, where this one has a bit more of a like almost an indigo shift to it, but I don't need it, so that can go. I have traveled to Neptune, which probably is the forebearer of these other ones right here. Again, I'm not gonna use it though, so this one can go as well. And this one I think is my favorite, Travel to Earth, which I use as a highlighter and as an inner corner highlight because it shifts to green. So I'm gonna keep that one. The formula is not amazing on this. It depends on me, probably on the way I pressed it, but And these, as I was saying, were loose pigments by Neve Cosmetics. So this is this Gelo. And I don't know, I probably didn't put enough binder in it then. And this like reminds me so much of what Pat McGrath has done. But again, I have these shades in a more secure version, in either from Glam Shop or from Pat McGrath. This one is Glaciazione, and this one has a blue shift to it. I mean, they're gorgeous. And this one, as I said, had the orange one. I don't know what this one is called. Maybe it's something with a jellyfish. I don't remember. I'll pick it up at some point, or not right now, on top of the garbage truck, or on top of the garbage can, so that I don't make a mess. But look at how beautiful these are. And I thought pressing them was a good idea. Maybe it's just that there's too much on there, to be honest. I could try to press it again. I just don't have the patience to do so. Let me see. Yeah, I think this one is Neve Jellyfish, actually. I remembered correctly. So I'm very tempted to keep these, but give them another press another time, and away from these very strong magnetic palettes. How beautiful are these hands right now? I wonder why I don't use these more, but I just forget about them and I just don't use them. Now let's move on to these Tami Tanuka shadows, and I don't love them all. These were all purchased by me and then pressed by me, but I do love quite a few. So this is the Temptress. Are we ending up swatching my whole makeup collection? Pretty much. Again, my hands are too dry. Gorgeous. This one right here, also very pretty and like interesting. This one is also very nice. I use this one a lot. I think it's Mother of the Cups or something like that. This guy is very nice. Yes, this guy, I see also all the different shifting things that are in there. So this is staying. This one right here, it's a green base with a glitter on top. Let me put on some primer because this is not working for me to understand if these shades are nice or not. So let's try again. Yeah, with the primer it actually looks quite beautiful, doesn't it? For a deep, deep green. This guy, I kind of hit, like they made a hard pan on. But it's a beautiful, very deep green. This is Mother Nature. Everything works, swatches so much better on a primer, doesn't it? This is a beautiful green, which is quite difficult to get to adhere, but it's called She Who Keeps the Secret of the Green Flame. Beautiful green. And I have a full video swatching all of these with names and everything, but I wanted to double check that I love them all and I want to keep them all, but it looks like I do, to be honest. I mean, how can I let any of this go? These ones are some of my favorites as well because they have all of these synthetic mica flakes that make them so, so beautiful. So I think all of these stay. Then I have these, like this crazy blue I barely ever use. This one that's more of a teal, I guess, that I barely ever use. But I can't say they're not good and that I should not like give them away. They're still very, very beautiful eyeshadows. This one, which is a mint, right there. So hard, you guys. Now this one might actually go because I remember that even with the primer it didn't really do much. It is a little bit of a duochrome, but that's about it. Maybe this one can go. This one is the Show Off. Not showing off good enough. And we have the Power of the Earth. I think that's my dry skin, by the way. That's why they don't look as impressive as the other ones. This is a green shifty shadow. that probably should go with the rest of the Shifty shadows. But it's with my Tami Tanuka shadows. Let's try again on some primed skin. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. And then I still have this guy right here, which I used once, I remember, to go clubbing with a friend. It's a bit like blue brown, isn't it, though? Like, do I need another blue brown? Because I already have two, right? Yeah, I'll get rid of this one. It's fine. This one is the Enchantress. This is a beautiful shade of, what is it, a berry, but it's not particularly special, so I'll have to check with this one how it looks compared to the rest of my berry collection that we looked at in the other video. And then there's all these chunky ones, and to be honest, I don't know that I want to keep them, because the flakes are very big, they're very impressive when you put them on, but they're such a pain. Like they're very delicate and they'll get everywhere. And I think I want to get rid of them, all of them, because I never wear them because they're so difficult to apply. But they are like jewels though, you can see it, the difference, because they have this big flakes. And I know that I could in principle, oh, I already did that one, didn't I? Yeah, that was this one. I could in principle grind them, but I don't have a grinder that I can dedicate to makeup and the time or patience to do so. Like this one I can't even apply, even though it's gorgeous. This yellow got me quite some praise when I wore it the one time, but you see they're like flakes that are so difficult to... No, I think I'm gonna get rid of all of them. I hope someone will adopt them because it breaks my heart. They're expensive pigments and I press them. This one is gorgeous and is staying. Look at that. And it has much smaller particles. This one is something with the tomatoes. Yeah, Tomato Thief. So I'll put my 9 Tami Tanuka that are going in a separate little palette. As for anything in this video, if you're interested in taking it over, send me a message on Instagram and we can discuss a small fee and how much shipping would be. There they are. Goodbye. And this is much better, and I can probably add in here then the multi-chromes that don't fit anymore. But I'll rearrange them another time. I'm even thinking of just dispersing them into the rest of the collection. We still have some Glam shop to go through, and I actually kind of already have a pre-selection of shades that I don't care to keep, for example, but I want to make sure that I am correct. I have a few mattes. Some of them they sent me in PR, some of them I kept myself, I bought myself, that I'm not loving in terms of formula. And especially their neutrals I don't love. This lighter green maybe actually, this is marinated peas, might actually make it through. This guy right here is a green eyeshadow, and I don't know, I'm just not that impressed. This one is more of a like regular powder, and it's called Zwierkowka. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna put this in a maybe palette, and I'll keep this as my declutter palette for Glam shop. I have a bunch of their marbles that I don't use because I don't love the formula, but many of them they sent me. Some of them I bought myself, and here I have also a pressed glitter that I like. Some shadows that they sent me that were also pressed glitters I have already decluttered and sent to other people who either purchase from my declutters or things like that as a gift, because I do not sell PR. So I'm gonna swatch a few for you right here. And some of them I actually keep because I love the color, like this cool toned brown, it's beautiful. And this champagne is also beautiful. The thing is that this texture is so thick and so difficult, let's say, that yeah, I don't find myself using them a lot. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Also, this is a bronze with some blue flecks, which means you get a bronze with blue flecks. Like this one I'll get rid of. I just don't see myself ever using it. This one right here is more of a coppery shade. The fallout is real. And I don't know if it's like that special enough for me. This one right here is a regular Turbo Glow that I had in a different palette. And it's from the Remix palette. It's called Bravo. I do like it and I'm gonna keep it. This one is the old holographic one that I bought myself. I wonder if you can see the holographicness of it in the camera. I have another one, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is Nude Holo. And then this one I didn't swatch, which is a blue topper type of shade. I think it's a Turbo Glow, isn't it? Yeah, it's called Cyclone. Can you see that, like a little blue sparkly topper? Not that I might use it very often, but for example, I don't know, if you're duping the Bridgerton palette by Pat McGrath, this might be an option. And this one right here is the glitter, which is absolutely gorgeous, a very nice formula, and the effects on this. So I'm keeping this one just in case I want to wear glitter. And then here are my workhorse palettes from Glam Shop. And yeah, what to say, I don't think that I'm gonna get rid of anything is the reality of the situation. The more I look at these, the least I want to touch and put away anything. But honestly, yeah, some things need to move. And I'll probably move these mattes back into the colorful palettes now that I have more space. And let me swatch. Some of these are much newer to me. Like I think this one is Vector that I bought again to dry of a hand. That's also a way to finish your eyeshadow primer. I was saying, this one right here is Vector that I purchased recently. That is a Turbo Glow, one of their newer ones. Gorgeous. This one right here is Pink Kiwi. And this is part of their pastel multi-chromes, let's say. And as you can see, it has a completely different texture. It's quite nice if you apply it over a primer. But you have to keep in mind that it's not the same thing as a Turbo Glow. This one is quite new for me. It's a green Turbo Glow. These are all so pretty. So pretty. I don't know how I could ever get rid of any of these. I think there was one that I really didn't like the color that I chose, so it was my bad. But all of these are so pretty. And to be honest, I kind of need to go through and take them all out into separate color families to compare all the rest of the shades that I have to these and decide which ones to keep. So this one, for example, doesn't seem a great formula. This is from one of the palettes that I depotted. That's called Mineral. But it does have all these beautiful sparkles in it. So it might stay. This guy right here. Ah, what a beautiful dark chocolatey brown. There was one that I just purchased that I was whining about that I didn't like the formula. I don't know where I put it. Not the formula, the shades, sorry, that I picked. I don't know where I put it. So this guy right here is also not super fantastic formula. It's Velour from the Velvet eyeshadows. Or not that it's not super fantastic, but if you compare it to a Turbo Glow, do I need them all? Maybe. I can't get rid of these, you guys. I can't. I just love them all so much. Some I use more, some I use less, like this Periwinkle shades, but they're just so fantastic. I mean, look at these shifts, and even this one that is like a traditional shadow. This I could probably put in my maybe pile. This is again from the palette. It's called it's from the Remix palette. It feels like a regular, shimmer instead of a special shimmer. And this guy right here then could also be maybe. It's a pretty color. This is cool beige. It's a pretty color though. So yeah, I think I'll keep it. From this palette right here, I don't see myself getting rid of it. Wow, getting rid of anything. Even like the most boring brown shade is just such a beautiful undertone. Am I biased? Yes, this is antique gold. I'm definitely biased. I just love them so much. And not biased because they sent me stuff. Most of these I bought myself, please. That was not what I meant. But most of them I also drool upon on a daily basis. I just look at them and stare at them and oh, that's it. Anyways, I'm not gonna touch any of these any further. And yeah, I think I'm actually gonna put this one right here. And then I'll rearrange them again in a different moment. So these 6 will go from Glam Shop. So with glittery hands, this is the end of the first pass of my declutter. What you haven't seen is Lethal Cosmetics, and that is because I do like the formulas here, and going through them will not make me declutter anything. I have swatches of all of these as well as the Glam Shop in separate videos. Oh, hello me. But what I want to do next is to put these out by color family and compare the shades that I have so that I don't have double colors. Now I did my round ones versus like the new Makeup Geek, but it's way too much to do in one time. So I'll go do that next, probably in a week or so when I have recovered from this effort. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was interesting and you've seen all of my single eyeshadow collection. The total of decluttered shadows is actually not bad. So this palette is full, this palette is full, this palette is full, and this palette is full of decluttered eyeshadows. If you are interested in any of them, send me a message and let me know, and I'll be happy to discuss with you. And I might even put them together in little color stories to yeah, to see if someone wants them, because I love making color stories. That's it. First pass of the declutter of my single eyeshadows done. Yay me. And these are, I think, over 100 eyeshadows because I stopped halfway through and there were already 92. So these are over 100 eyeshadows, which officially brings me again under my 1,000 pieces of makeup, which I'm okay with, I think. I still have a palette of maybes right here, which I'm gonna again compare to the rest of things that I have in these colors and whether I want to keep them or not. And that was it for today, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.